I don't get today's marketing on mobile game ads. It's either an interactive ad with a difficult puzzle that 99.9% of people can't solve, or it's just a bunch of people making fun of a person because he doesn't have 50 million powers in Rise of Kingdom. This leads to his girl cheating on him, he loses his job, and later that night, he gets diagnosed with cancer. Like, damn, what the heck just happened? These type of ads got me thinking about what happened to the mobile game ads I grew up on. I'm talking about Jetpack Joyride, Clash of Clans, and Angry Birds. Were these ads not effective in the long run? I mean, there's gotta be a reason why I've seen so many Rise of Kingdoms ads. For our discussion today, we gotta have a grounded definition of what an ad is. An ad is a way to advertise a general product, service, or particular brand to an audience. But for our case, the ad is more of a way to get the audience to download and play their game. So, how do ads get people's attention? There are actually many different ways that mobile game companies use in order for the consumer to stay on the ad as long as possible. One of them is the usage of color. You see, color is one of the most important stimuli for the brain because about 80% of our sensory impressions come from the visual system. According to a study done by the researchers at University of Missouri, Columbia, they discovered that color can do so much more than just look pretty. In particular, different types of bright colors. We can further understand this by explaining the color red. Red is one of those colors that can grab people's attention because it's the most visible color in the color spectrum. This means that the color red scatters the least by air molecules, allowing it to travel long distances and has an easier time catching people's attention. This is why we use the color red for stop signs, sirens, and red traffic lights because it can signal a person of a potential hazard from a long distance. The color red can also make a person's blood pressure rise because red impacts the nervous system more than any other color. These bright colors will always attract more people's attention than dull colors. And if we see in these mobile game ads, most of the colors that are used are bright blue, red, bright green, and bright yellow. The colors that are the easiest to see and that gets the most possible attention are always in these ads. But of course, this rabbit hole goes a lot deeper than just color. I say this because another way for sellers to try to get consumers to buy their product is trying to get them feel more anxious or making them have the fear of missing out. This is better known as FOMO. When our brain experiences FOMO, it causes the brain to become more reactionary. This leads to less blood flow and oxygen to the brain, which lowers the cognitive functions, which in turn makes the brain go more into a chaotic state. In this state, the brain is unable to access the information it needs in order to make logical decisions. With FOMO, it's highly likely that a person would buy, or in our case, download the app without giving it too much thought. But how do these mobile game ads make us feel anxious?
Oh wow, this game is pretty hard. I bet you can't beat my score.
Oh yeah, these terrible AI voices do make our brain feel stress and anxiety. In particular, certain keywords such as
Don't miss out.
You think you can do better than me.
Limited time offer.
Get now.
these keywords invokes a sense of urgency, and if you combine this with an actual person having fun, FOMO will be at its fullest effect. But okay. You might be thinking to yourself, dim-witted gamer, I've seen millions of these ads, and I've never once decided to download or spent any money on these terrible games. Well, that is because these ads weren't meant for us, but instead it was meant for the younger generation. Just think about it. When you are younger, your brain, and more importantly, your eye isn't fully developed. This leads to brighter colors having a stronger effect towards children because as a child, you constantly strive to make sense of the environment around you. Objects that are stark and bright are more stimulating and interesting for a kid. For these reasons, companies that are in the food or toy business use bright colors to market towards children. And as we mentioned before, the most prominent colors that are used in these mobile game ads are bright colors. A color that would 100% catch the attention of a kid. Children downloading these apps can lead to a serious complication down the line because all these mobile games have terrible microtransactions. And since these kids usually don't understand the concept of money, there's a very high chance that these kids can spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on these mobile games. And this isn't speculation at all. In the UK, a 7-year-old kid unknowingly spent 4,000 euros, which is about $6,000 on the mobile game Jurassic World. And this is one of the more calm situations, especially if you compare this to when a 13-year-old Chinese girl spent her parents' life savings on the mobile game Diablo Immortal in only 4 months. She did this by not only buying in-game purchases for herself, but for her friends as well. And the worst part is that this girl, unlike many other situations like this, actually knew what she was doing, because she deleted the transaction history for each of her purchases that she made. In the end, she ended up spending $64,000 in Diablo Immortal. And if I did this, I promise you, next day, I'll be waking up in the adoption center. So what now? Are these terrible mobile game ads the new normal? Well, not exactly. This is because even if we do have instances of these mobile games getting these kids to spend thousands of dollars, in most of these cases, the parents were able to get their money back. Additionally, these mobile game ads generally just suck and they're like not really memorable at all. I mean, do you guys remember the hit mobile game Nick Sprint Escape Miss T? Or how about Last Fortress Underground? Classics, I tell you, classic. My guess is no though, because these mobile games aren't memorable at all, and there are literally thousands of other mobile games that have the same mechanics and art styles as each other. And according to National Library of Medicine, an official website of the United States, it states that for children, a good story can provide many psychological and educational benefits, such as enhanced imagination to help visualize spoken words, improved vocabulary, and more refined communication skills. These terrible mobile game ads don't have any good storytelling whatsoever. It's all just, look at this. This is pretty awesome, huh? I bet you want to play it right now. If we compare these terrible mobile game ads to the Clash of Clans Ride of Hog Riders ad or the Goodbye Builder ad, heck, even its newest ad with Erling Haaland, you can clearly tell that there's a good story being told in these ads, which one, allows it to be more memorable, and two, actually gets the audience to be interested in the mobile game itself. Companies like Supercell make these mobile game ads to be the best as they can because their goal is to create games that can get as many people as possible to play their games for years and that are remembered forever, and I say that they are doing a pretty good job in that department. In the end, these new mobile game ads may be able to get people's attention, but they won't last in the long run due to my opinion, boring gameplay, uninspired graphics, and the lack of motivation into making these games. Either way, if you do enjoy these games for whatever reason, then just have fun with them. I'm just some dude on the internet making videos. So go have fun playing Trash Dump Truck Driver 2020 while I play my new personal favorite mobile game, Flying Gorilla. Until next time. Hey guys, Dim-Witted Gamer here. I just want to say if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Another thing I would like to say is that I want to shout out Izanagi, I probably butchered that name wrong, for the thumbnail of this video. So go give him a follow. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.